So today my video is really gonna revolve around this main character energy, this main character concept that has kind of completely taken over social media, right? Like we see videos all over TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, how to have main character aura, how to have main character energy, how to walk into a room and be that it girl, right? We see this everywhere. I know you have if you're watching this, but I want to talk about how we need to let go of that idea. We need to just drop that concept to the ground and leave it in the dust. And I will get into why. When you have something that everybody is trying to be, it's not gonna work. There's too much competition. Everybody wants to be the next it girl, the next big thing. I think a lot of the times we look towards certain tools or maybe resources to help us feel more confident, to help us feel stronger, and it's great, right? It's a beautiful thing. But the truth of the matter is that we can watch all these videos, can watch all the podcasts in the world, read all the books, but true self-confidence comes from within. It comes from just knowing that by being you as you are special enough. You don't have to take on a certain energy or aura. You don't have to look a certain way. You have to dress a certain way. You need to just be yourself and be confident in the skin that you were born with, because I'm sorry to break it to you, but you're never gonna be anything other than what you are to your core. Of course, you can change things about yourself, but if it's not authentic to who you are, it's not gonna last long, and you're gonna have to keep the facade going, and that's not, I think, sustainable in the long term. So this whole femme fatale culture that I see everywhere, I just feel like it's so detrimental for the girls and the guys and anyone who watches that stuff. I think that it doesn't teach you how to be authentically yourself and be confident at the same time. And the truth is, I think that the more that we watch these videos, the more everybody tries to be this certain prototype of a person, whether it be physically or personality wise, the harder it is going to be for you to actually stand out. And that's why you're watching that stuff in the first, because you want to stand out, right? When you go into a certain room or you're around certain people, you want to be noticed, you want to be seen, but it's not gonna work. Why? Because everybody else in their mom is doing the exact same thing. They're watching the exact same people you're watching. I will say the things that will really help you to become confident, I don't think you'll necessarily find it in a how-to guide per se, how to be more blah blah blah, right? I think you just need to, this is the truth, all of this stuff just comes with age, right? And no one is ever honest and they don't say that to you. Why? Because you want the results right away, but truly it takes age, it takes knowledge, and it takes experience. And you will get there. If you feel so, if you feel insecure or not your most strongest at the moment, it's gonna come to you. But you need to learn to love yourself as you are. I mean, take it from someone who, I used to hate my personality when I was in my teens to early 20s. I hated it so much because I felt like I was the type of person where if I was in a group, I would be the one that would get overshadowed, and I didn't really feel heard. And there was people that were, there was always someone else who was maybe not more louder, but just more, they were able to pull everybody's energy and attention towards them. They were just more interesting than I was. And I'd be like, why can't I be more interesting? Why is my personality so boring, right? And I struggled with this especially in high school. But man, I can tell you, someone who hated themselves, and not necessarily how I looked. I'm not talking about my physical appearance, even though I did have many insecurities, believe me. I hated the way I was, my personality as it was. I just felt like I had the most uninteresting personality in the world, and that people would get bored of me if they spoke to me for more than 2 minutes. And I even felt this way about, with my teachers, like, oh, my teachers kind of just they pay attention to other students more, they like other students more, and I kind of just blend into the background. And I felt this way amongst my family. Like, it was just something that I had to come to terms with. And once I realized, like, look, this is just who you are. You cannot force yourself to become interesting. You cannot try too hard to be something that you're not. Once I just let myself be, and I was like, you know what? Whoever wants to be close to me, whoever wants to be my friend, whoever wants to date me, they're gonna have to love me as I am, because I'm not changing for anyone. Once I became that version of myself, suddenly I had all the confidence in the world, because I just didn't give a fuck anymore. And once you stop giving a fuck, that that is when you truly become that version of yourself that you are trying so hard to become by watching all those videos and listening to all the podcasts, girl, and reading all the books, girl. That is the version of yourself that you are trying to transform into, but you're doing it wrong. The reason why I say this is because no one gives more of a fuck than the person that is watching that shit and listening to it, and looking up videos on how to do this or that, how to be this or that, how to become this or that. No one gives a fuck more. I'm not telling you what to watch or what not to watch, but try to love yourself as you are first. I promise people will just gravitate more towards you, because people gravitate towards people that just don't care. They gravitate towards people that don't try as hard. When you are trying so hard, people can tell, and they don't like that, right? They want the girl that is effortless. They want the girl that is comfortable in her own skin, because the girl that is comfortable in her own skin and accepts herself as she is also going to accept them as they are. And that's all people ever really want, is to be accepted for who they are. So if people recognize that in you, and see that you can do that for yourself, and they feel, oh, they're gonna show the same attitude towards me. They don't care if I'm this or that. Everybody has the same insecurities. Everybody has all these thoughts about, whether they'll be accepted or they'll be liked. I don't care who you are. It's normal. It's a human thing, whatever, right? But the moment that you just start to reflect that energy, that aura of, this is who I am, and I'm unapologetic about it, and I don't change for anyone, I don't care who you are, people love that essence. They will gravitate towards it more because they want to rub off on it. They want to become more of that. So instead of trying to be the other person that's like, oh, I'm gonna do this and that to be more like this, to be this main character, stop trying to be the main character. Everybody wants to be the main character. Just be you. Be you as you are. Stop vying for the same position that everybody in the world is after. Make your own position, make your own character, make your own role, and let it be you, and let it shine. That's it. That's all it is. I hope this is making some semblance of sense. I was just thinking today about how our minds are so, we're constantly getting thrown information, right? And it's a little bit toxic sometimes for people to digest, because I see a lot of inauthenticity, just people on social media trying to be things that they're necessarily not. Nobody teaches you how to genuinely love yourself, self-acceptance, self-development, but in a way that is healthy, in a way that it doesn't force you to become something that you're not. And honestly, why would you want to be the main character girl? It's a little bit narcissistic. You don't want to be that person. You don't want to be someone who constantly wants attention from the whole room. You just want to be happy. You want to be at peace, right? Somebody who's constantly trying to get attention from everyone is not somebody that is the most healthy version of themselves. I don't think. I just don't understand why you guys want to take on this concept. And just, baby, be you, and you will be loved. You will be loved. The only person in the world that is the most confident person is the person that can walk into a room, and if they don't feel accepted, they're not hurt. that is the most confident person in the world. The person who is maybe okay with not necessarily being noticed all the time, but they still know deep down that they're special without that validation from other people. That's the most confident person in the world. It's not the girl that walks into a room and has all the attention. It's not going to make you feel superior just because you have all the attention. Anything that can be given to you from other people can be taken away. So you need to be okay without having it. You need to be okay with just living your life as you are. And honey, if one day goes by and nothing significant happens or nobody notices you, it's okay. It's okay. Like you will go on with your life and still achieve great things. I promise you. You do not always need to be a scene. That's it. That's all. So, yeah, if you found this video relatable or you agree or disagree, go ahead and let me know. I would love to hear people's thoughts. But otherwise, you guys have a fabulous day. That's it for now. Until next time, love you. Bye bye.